Been doing a lot of work the past few days, and it's going to be another busy day doing lots of work, which means I need lots of snacks, and hot cross buns are my favourite snack at the moment. I can't buy them anymore because Easter is over, but I still have a few left. And I also need water and coffee. Definitely coffee. And I'm set. Let's do some work. Okay, so today I want to talk a bit about snacking, because eating snacks is really important in my opinion, especially in eating disorder recovery, but I know how hard it can be to actually get yourself to eat snacks. And even now, sometimes I do find myself forgetting or having to remind myself that snacks are important and helpful. I read some of the literature on snacks and eating frequency, and that was quite interesting actually, which maybe I'll talk about at the end of the video. But basically, I'm going to talk about 6 reasons why eating snacks is beneficial for you. So, first of all, eating snacks improves your cognitive performance. So I've read several studies that showed this, that consuming, for example, I read one study of college students where consuming an afternoon snack was found to improve performance on a digit recall task and also improved speed on a computer-based task where they had to detect target. And what they were comparing was consuming an afternoon snack with calories in it versus a diet soda. They found that cognitive performance improved when the participants consumed a snack with calories, not the diet soda. Another study also found improved verbal reasoning and cognitive speed among people who snack versus people who eat infrequently. So there's quite a bit of literature out there on the benefits of eating snacks for your cognition. And definitely for me, I find that when I eat an afternoon snack in particular, it improves my energy levels, it improves my focus and concentration, and I manage to power through a good portion of work between like 3 and 5 p.m. I find that can be quite productive and focused during that time. If I don't eat an afternoon snack, I'm more likely to feel tired and lack concentration and not really get much work done. Second benefit of snacking that I want to mention is that it improves your energy distribution throughout the day, so that you have energy consistently through the day rather than ebbs and flows of peaks of energy and then much lower energy. So that you don't get into, for example, you don't fall into the 3 p.m. slump or similar. So by snacking, it means that you can meet your body's energy needs continuously, consistently, and it's really important as well for your blood sugar levels, because your neurons are fueled by glucose, so you need to maintain your blood sugar levels so that your brain and your central nervous system function optimally. Having low blood sugar, hypoglycemia, is not a fun time, I'm guessing some of you watching this have experienced that, feeling weak, lightheaded, shaky, a bit fatigued. So snacking is really important to make sure that you don't end up with low blood sugar. Reason number 3 is that snacking can improve the balance of your hunger cues. So for those of us in eating disorder recovery in particular, sometimes our hunger cues will have gone way off, and snacking can help to regulate your hunger hormones and get your cues functioning normally again. So snacking has been shown to promote a balanced secretion of insulin and ghrelin, which is a well-known hunger hormone. Also, eating regularly, including snacks in your day, means that you're less likely to find yourself getting really, really hungry. So it's going to prevent those hunger peaks, which could potentially result in getting into a binge restrict cycle. It's not the binging that I want to emphasize, it's the restriction that happens afterwards. Because for many of us with eating disorders, when we eat what we view as a lot, we find ourselves really tempted to restrict afterwards, and then we can easily end up in a very harmful cycle for our bodies and our minds. So by maintaining by eating regularly, maintaining stable hunger and satiety levels throughout the day, we're less likely to get into that kind of cycle. Of course, though, when you're in eating disorder recovery, you are going to find sometimes that you are really, really hungry. So you might have extreme hunger, as it's been called. And in those cases, absolutely, listen to your body, eat lots. Like, the issue I want to focus on here is the restriction, not the binge. Because for those of us recovering from restrictive eating disorders anyway, eating lots is not a problem. It's eating too little. Number 4 that you should snack is that snacking has been shown to actually add nutrients to your diet. So vitamins, minerals, and valuable nutrients have been found to be higher in people who snack versus people who don't snack. In the same vein, number 5 is that eating frequently can improve several markers of health. For example, a study found that individuals who ate 5 times or more per day had a lower incidence of hypercholesterolemia. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it basically means high cholesterol. So individuals who ate more frequently were less likely to have a high cholesterol, and they also had improved glucose tolerance compared to those who ate 3 times or fewer per day. And there are other studies as well that have shown improved health markers among people who eat frequently versus infrequently. Finally, snacking can also help to improve mood. Eating an afternoon snack prevented a decline in feelings of vigor, which basically corresponds to feeling motivated or energized. Another interesting study found that comfort eating may reduce feelings of stress. So the effect of adverse events on perceived stress was reduced among comfort eaters versus non-comfort eaters. So that also came up in the literature, which was kind of interesting. So those are my 6 reasons that I found in the literature, but I also just want to add on one more reason of my own, which is that eating regularly is really useful in eating disorder recovery. Well, at least it has been for me. I found that when I had long gaps of not eating, that would really let the eating disorder thrive in my brain, almost as if the eating disorder seemed to be fueled by hunger in a way. And so eating regularly, including snacks through the day, helped to keep the eating disorder out of my brain and made it easier to stick to my recovery pathway. The literature on snacking was actually very interesting because there seemed to be a couple of big industries sort of fighting against each other. So I was quite selective about the literature which I included. I was also going to talk about some of my favourite snacks, so if you're struggling for ideas, some of my favourite snacks are hot cross buns, which now we can't buy, which is sad, but I was really enjoying hot cross buns. I also like eating bananas with peanut butter, cookies, any kind of baking, love that, cheese and crackers, nuts, toast with peanut butter. Almost anything with peanut butter is good in my opinion. There are lots of snacks to choose from and it's important that you eat them. I'm gonna finish this video here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you're keeping well and I'll record again soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye.